Hello, good afternoon. Our virtual sharing session will begin at 2 p.m. sharp. Finally, register your attendance. On YouTube, the attendance link will be shared in the comment section, while on Google Meet, the link will be shared on the chat function. Thank you. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to the Honorable Mr. Shamsi Nur Edin, Deputy District Education Officer of the Learning Sector for Lahad Datu District Education Office. Honorable Madam Cindy Perlifun, SISC Plus Officer of Language Unit Learning Center Lahad Datu District Education Office, SIP Plus, SISC Plus, esteemed headmasters, headmistresses, principals, and senior curriculum assistants, respected lecturers, and fellow teachers in attendance. I am Lahad Datu, your MC for today, welcoming you to the sharing of best practices for highly immersive program 2021 for primary and secondary school in Lahad Datu District. Ladies and gentlemen, to kickstart our virtual sharing, we would like to invite Mr. Shamsir Nur Edin, Deputy District Education Officer of the Learning Sector for Lahad Datu District Education Office, to give us his welcoming speech. Mr. Shamsir Nur Edin.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good afternoon to Madam Pelipun, SISC Plus of the Language Unit, Learning Sector, the Honorable HIP presenters, respected guests, SIP Plus, SISC Plus, the Director of Lahad Datu Vocational College, the head schools of primary and secondary schools, fellow lecturers and teachers. To begin with, I would like to express my thanks to everyone who are present today. I am delighted to announce PPJ Lahad Datu had achieved 100% Level 3 HIP 2021 in 52 primary and secondary school, which the HIP performance has exceeded our PPJ Lahad Datu and JPN Sabah KPI HIP 2021. My heartfelt congratulations to all. Therefore, in these 2 days, it will be awesome that the success stories of these 8 schools be celebrated and shared through sharing best practice HIP 2021 from selected school heads of primary and school of HIP of level 3 and level 4. They will showcase the success stories of enhancing English learning among people through many interesting fun activities across curriculum throughout the year of 2021. In sum, I hope the sharing given will be an eye-opener and beneficial to all HIP factors involved. With that, I hereby to declare sharing best practice HIP 2021 to be officially conducted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shamsir Nur Edin, for the uplifting speech. Under the MBI policy, highly immersive program HIP was initiated in 2016. This initiative is beneficial as it lets pupils improve their proficiency as it exposes them to broader aspects of applying English language in their daily life. Since the COVID-19 pandemic hindered teaching and learning as we know it, many schools took the initiative to conduct lessons beyond the scope as from what we are used to by incorporating HIP. For your information, Lahad Datu District Education Office organized this virtual sharing of best practices for HIP in 2021 for primary and secondary school as a platform to share best practices and success stories of 8 schools in Lahad Datu District. These schools are successful in achieving Level 3 and Level 4 in their HIP management despite the raging pandemic. This virtual sharing will be held for 2 days, the 17th and 18th of May. Today, we open our session with 4 presenters, 2 from primary school and secondary school, respectively. Respected viewers and attendees, without further ado, from Headmasters of Sekolah Kebangsaan Tambisan, let us lend our ear to Mr. Abdul Mukim bin Hakim with his best practices sharing.
Okay, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to Mr. Shamsir Nur Edin, Deputy District Education Officer, Learning Sector, Madam Cindy, English SISC Plus of Language Unit, Learning Sector, SIP Plus, and SIC Plus, school heads and fellow lecturers. I am Abdul Mukim bin Hakim, current headmaster of SK TAMBISAN Lahad Datu. Allow me to begin my presentation of our HIP program in 2021. The program conducted starting from February 2021. It was divided into two phases, before MCO, PDP, during MCO, PDPR. Some activities were changed or tuned to be carried out during the MCO period. There were 6 programs that my school had carried out last year. In class, let's read together and a word a day. The second, out of class word search. And the third, extra class grammar project. And the fourth, outreach, my module and my local pen pal. Okay, in class, let's read together. This activity involved pupils reading aloud as a class, a group, and selected individual to train pupils' reading skill. Guidance by teacher was provided in the early stage before gradually omitted to test pupils' mastery in reading. Objectives: to train pupils to read with correct pronunciation, add pupils' vocabulary knowledge, to show understanding by reading and answering comprehension questions. During the MCO period, this activity was conducted through Google Meet for those who were capable to join in terms of internet and smart gadget availability during PDPR. Okay, this is some Google Meet for students. Okay, out of class word search objectives: to build pupils' vocabulary glossary, train pupils in using the dictionary, to attract and increase pupils' interest in learning the language through their favorite English word game, promotes dictionary ownership among pupils, which can help them in learning English. Out of class word search, this activity was conducted before MCO and during MCO through the online application. The activity was carried out as follows. Teacher will give English word search puzzle to people. Teacher will teach the correct pronunciation of its words with pupils. Pupils will complete the puzzle. Pupils will find the meaning of its words using the dictionary. Okay, extra class grammar project. By referring to the grammar topics that the pupils have learned, pupils will create materials that can be used to learn English language. Objectives: to add and test pupils' understanding on grammar topics that they have learned. To enable pupils to utilize their creativity in creating English learning materials. The material created were presented to their class and other classes as well. Okay, this is some picture by the pupils. Outreach, my module. Objective: to provide learning materials to pupils to help them learn the language at home, to reach those who were unable to join PDPR due to internet problem, ownership of mobile gadget, etc. A collaboration between school admins, teachers of all subjects and parents of village community to provide learnings, materials, for example, modules, activity books, evaluation paper to pupils. Tambisan Police Station was informed about this activity, and we got permission from them. Parents supervise the flow of this activity at home. They also tried to provide mobile gadget to enable communication between teachers and pupils during NCO. The main challenge in this activity was the geographical factors. To reach the 5 villages, my teachers must use 4x4 car and boat. They send the packages to all head villages before being distributed to all people. Okay, this is some picture lah, yeah, about the main challenge in this activity. Okay. Outreach, my local pen pal. Okay, collaboration between SK Tambisan, SK Bakapit, and SK Telisai Lahad Datu. People use their Delima emails as platform to interact and communicate with people of other schools. Emails composed or sent were sent with the whole class to read and participate. Objectives: to enable pupils to apply English in their communication, to learn more about English as they get to know new friends, learn the skills of ICT. Okay, challenges. It was taught for rural school in a remote place as SK Tambisan to conduct SIP activities during the MCO periods. Moderate to slow to non-internet connection faced by various pupils. The rural geography of the 5 villages in Tambisan proven to be a challenge in distributing the learning materials. Pupils and families from humble backgrounds did not own necessary smart gadgets to participate in PDPR or HIP activities. Okay, success, the collaboration between school admins, teachers of various subjects, parents of village community, pupils, and Tambisan Police Station made distributing the materials to all 5 villages a success. That's all from my school. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Thank you.
What an eye-opener. Thank you, Mr. Abdul Mukim, for the splendid sharing. Fellow teachers, moving to our next presenter, please give all your attention to Madam Gan Leng Eng, Headmistress of SJKC KIAU, with her best practices sharing.
Yeah, thank you. Here my voice. Everyone can? Okay. Good afternoon to Mr. Sansir bin Nuruddin, Deputy District Education Officer, Madam Cindy Pelifon from Learning Sector SISC Plus of Language Unit, Learning Sector SIP Plus, SISC plus school heads, fellow lecturers, and teachers. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. And I am trying my best to present HIP or high emission program activities that conducted during the previous year for 2021, which has helped our school get such good marks. Now I go to present. Okay, I would like to go my school high immersive program. Activity 1 is out-class activities. Mini projects. Number 1 is kitchen, which RPT subject. Number 2 is poster making scavenger game, which arts subject. Objective from this activity is number 1, to attract pupils in English language, which fun activities. Number 2 is helping pupils to extend knowledge in English vocabulary. Number 3 is encourage pupils to participate in English activity. Okay, I will go to see some evidence like this. Okay, kitchen, work from pupils. Okay, this is activity, poster making scavenger hunt. Okay, so as you can see, the activities were modified due to NCO. My teachers managed to do once or twice English activities in their class before the pandemic. It didn't give too much impact. So the improved IP activities to be able to carry out during the. For these 2 activities, the pupils are required to create a creative product at the end of their task. These activities also requires help from other subjects teachers and the pupils' parents as well to remind them about their tasks. During the activities, the parents do mostly as the pupils guide as requested by the teacher in charge of each classes. And now I go to activity 2. Next is in-class or extra-class activities, such as PTPR online, a word or phrase to learn, let's do fitness. So the objective from this activity is number 1, non-stop in learning the language. Number 2 is helping pupils in using the word or phrase in daily conversation or in their writing exercise. So this is picture or evidence. Okay, so all activities has been carried out fully during MCO. Teachers use various platform to teach the pupils in class. Most of lessons were carried out using WhatsApp. As you can see, the teachers were also using few websites like Quizy, YouTube, Google Form, and live worksheet through the lesson. This is also able to get or obtain interest from the pupils to follow the lesson without bullying. Again, my teachers always reminded the pupils' parents to help their children while doing their study. Okay, I'll go to next activity is outreach. It's PENPA English in Can or ENIC Primary School Year 2021. Objective activity is number 1, encourage pupils to communicate in the language. Number 2 is creating an environment of having a pen friend and give experience to the pupils in corresponding with other pupils from different schools. Number 3 is giving opportunity to the pupils to involve actively and encourage the pupils to explore themselves. So this is more evidence like this from various platforms. So I would like to explain again for PENPA activity. It has been carried out since year 2020 with the same school. But unfortunately, in last year, 2021, the activity has been dropped due to difficulties during that year. The pupil managed to send only one letter before the lockdown. But because of the lockdown itself, it prevents the other pupils to reply back. As of EIC, or known as English in Camp for primary school, my school managed to participate in the big program. During the program, the pupil who was involved, which has got fully support from the teacher in charge and from the parents as well. Okay, now I will go to next slide is about additional information success story. For this part, very sorry about it. There is no success from my school that can be said. Very sorry. But I think the pupils' participation in English in Can or EIC primary school year 2021 can be said as a success story since the pupil joining the program willingly, and program also happened without notice at first. This is also happened because there were parents that helped us to encourage their children to participate in such program. So that's all my present about high immersive program from SJKC Kelsing today. And sorry if there's mistakes happened during my presentations. And thanks once again for having me in your time. So the last, let me share again the presentation slide type of video. We hope all of you would like it. Thank you very much. If sorry.
Do you like it, Marty?
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
How inspiring. Thank you, Madam Gam, for your magnificent sharing. The viewer who just joined the virtual sharing on YouTube, kindly register your attendance in the link provided. The link can be found in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, now that we have listened to 2 primary school sharing, let us proceed to best practices sharing from secondary schools. All ears and pay attention to Mr. Haji Saini bin Kadar, Senior Curriculum Assistant of SMK DESA KENCANA, with his best practices sharing.
Thanks you to MC. Good afternoon to Master Samsir bin Nuruddin, Deputy Lahad Datu Education Officer, Pending Sector, Madam Cindevi, SIC Plus of Language Unit, Learning Sector, SIP Plus, SIEC Plus, School Heads, Fellows, Lecturers, and Teachers. Before I begin my presentation, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Haji Saini bin Haji Kadar, and I am currently in a service and a Senior Assistant of Administration at SMK DESA KENCANA. For your information, this slide has been prepared by our school SIP coordinator, Teacher Joanne, and it will be presented by me. Our HIP program started in January last year due to COVID-19 and MCO. We only managed to start the program at the end of January. Basically, all the activities are categorized as before the MCO, and during the MCO, we were having PDPR. So our HIP activities were done based on the Takwim HIP that was based on Takwim Sekolah by our HIP coordinator. However, some activities are changed and modified to suit our current situation during the time. Okay. Next. So here are our HIP activities that we did last year in our school. But before that, as far as I know, there are 4 main categories for HIP activities, namely in class, out of class, extra class, and outreach. So, as you can see on the screen, these are some of the activities that we managed to conduct successfully. Later on, I will explain those activities based on months, so that you could see how we conducted and who were involved. Okay. This activity was done with SPM boards 2020 in January throughout our school program, named Program Perkampungan Ilmu SPM 2020. The students were given the opportunity to enjoy year later writing with students from SMK Kemunteng Perak. This activity was done to promote the learning format for information later and also as a part of fun writing. Okay. This activity was done in a collaboration with our school library. We managed to do 2 activities. First was pertandingan video e-kamus peribahasa, where students needed to create a video based on 10 idioms that they have learned. Each idiom was provided with which is meaning in its sample sentence. Second, we also did pertandingan jajak maklumat bahasa Inggris. This was basically a quiz related to COVID-19. Students had to click the link for the quiz and answer the question. All questions were in English. Okay. This activity was organized by the ALTC, or English Language Teaching Center, in a conjunction with World Book and Coffee Day. Our school decided to take part of a book review competition. Student needs to read a book of any genre that they like and do a review of it. This is why to expose students with product review in a spoken way, as well as for promote fun reading. They are given 1 month to complete the video, and then they submitted the videos to their English teachers. In March, we also did pengisian borang sub-assistance for teachers and school principal. And soon after that, we had our Taklimat SIP bersama Barisan Pentadbir. We received briefing about Takwim SIP for last year from our school SIP coordinator. Then the briefing went on the English panel as well. Slide. Besides our senior assistant of student affairs, Miss Dinda decided to do HIP project with the student toilets. We cleaned the clogged toilets, painted them with new colors, and we also decorated the walls with some English materials, such as a poster related to cleanliness, water usage, COVID-19, and some motivational quotes for the student to read. In the future, we aim to do the same things to our teachers' toilet too. These activities and call as word of the week. Whereby every Friday afternoon, a representative for the morning session teachers will update the new vocabulary on the word of the week's board. The was timetable prepared for this activity. Each week was assigned to specific panel. They are encouraged to update vocabularies related to the subject on the board. Unfortunately, we only managed to do this in the first week of April due to MCO. However, we did continue to do it after the second reopened. Next, we also had HIP bersama UBQ1. They did an online session related time management with that student. The materials they prepared were in English, and they also conducted the session in a dual language, English and Malay. At the end of the activities, students were able to come up with their timetable in English. Okay. In this month of we also started our HIP with panel. This activity include teachers using English as part of their teaching and learning, especially throughout the PDPR session. They give instruction and prepared material in English for the student. This activity was applied to all classes for the Form 1 to Form 6, and what's done, it was done weekly. Each week would consist of specific panel to conduct the activity. The first panel were geography and history. Here are some examples of how they incorporated HIP in their lesson session. I am so thankful for all the panel because they were really supportive and cooperative. In May, we had with another series of HIP with panel. The panels were Pendidikan Islam, Pendidikan Moral, Tasawuf Islam. As you can see on the screen, these are the example of the panel did during the PDPR. They presented their lesson in English, including the material. Some of the Ustad and Ustazah even use Quran verses in English. Okay. Here are more examples from Pendidikan Islam panel. Okay, next. The same thing was done for science, biology, and chemistry panels. And more similar equations also done by the additional mathematics, physics, and mathematics panels. Yeah, I present you the example of penerapan SIP of our senior assistant of curricular, Master Romeo, who is teaching mathematics. He was teaching about income tax. So instead of using the term in Malay, be presented in the English. He even provided them the definition as well. It doesn't help to the fully 100% in English because it's still different on the teacher. Ada penerapan sedikit pun, memadailah saudara. But we always encourage teachers to go beyond based on their own capabilities. Okay. We also started this World of the Day activity in May. This was meant to be done of the afternoon session, but during the time we also encourage the morning session to do it too. The English teacher who was in charge of the activity uploaded an English vocabulary every day in our school WhatsApp group. Then the first subject teachers in a PDPR session will share the word in their own class group for the student. We encourage the student to copy the vocabulary in their books. Okay. There are some of the vocabulary shared by the English teacher. We also received the invitation to join HIP Let's Read and Share Award ceremony and live streaming in YouTube. There were 5 students participated in this competition back in March until April for the book review competition. Even though our student did not win any medal, but they still received certificate and a participation, and this well recorded in the AGASEH report. Okay, moving on to June, we had done HIP Let's Read online 2 quiz during the 2 weeks mid-year school holiday. Students click the given link and read some reading material and answer the quiz related to the material that they are read. This was done to promote reading a part of the leisure time activity. Yeah? As soon as our holiday was over, we continued with HIP bersama panel activity. So as you can see on screen, it was with Bentuk Technology panel. We use quizzes to create material in English for the student. Here is another sample for RBT panel. In July, we continue with HIP with panel, and this time it was with PSB panel. Then we started to reinforce more activities in a curriculum, especially through English club. Here in an example for activity done, vocabulary. This was done to promote the learning of more vocabulary based on single words given by the teacher. Whoever managed to list down the most will be the winner. Okay. We could not much in July since we had our exam and teachers were too busy with their marking. So we had to push the rest of the activities to the next month. Okay, our English club did more activities in this month. There were idiom quiz and also crossword puzzle and focus more on nouns. Okay, then we had HIP bersama panitia again, and this time in which was with PGPK. Next, we had an invitation from head of English panel of SMK Sabah, Sarawak, to join the program entitled Program Ubah Persepsi BI itu EG Episode 2. In this program, the UBK teachers did online motivational talk related to English learning, and all the material were in English. At the end of the session, students were provided with ECG. Right? Okay. Next, one of our English teacher did a collaborative VDPR that focused on speaking skill with two schools. The first session was with SMK Sabah, Bintulu, Sarawak. This first session was from 4 students. The second session was with SMK Tenom, Sabah, which was from 5 students. Both sessions were done using the live voice feature in Telegram. Both students from the 2 schools joined the live voice, and the speakers were picked randomly by the teachers. The rest lists our audience. The reason of choosing Telegram live voice chat platform was because it enabled to students to speak and respond in real time. The teacher of both schools acted as assessors and This activity was aimed to expose students with a new SPM format for speaking, and also to promote fun speaking with fellow students online. The question and format were fully based on SPM format. In the future, which is this year, our English teacher aim to collaborate in email writing or our skill with both schools, and we are often to collaborate with our school as well. Okay. We had another invitation from SMK Sabah, Sarawak, to join the program Ubah Persepsi BI itu EG Episode 3. Last time we only involved 1 class to join the program, but this time we had 2 classes joining in. Then we also had the outreach program bimbingan dan permufakatan bersama to for HIV. We share all the activities that we did in our school under HIV. Later, our UBK did an outreach related in Independence Day. There were so many activities were done, and student participation were very positive. Here are some of the works done by the student. Next, we went back to the ISAPIP bersama penitia for Form 6. In this time, it was the pengajian am in seni visual. The subject teachers incorporated English usage in their teaching and learning. Then, we also conducted real online fun quizzes, whereby the teacher, student, and parents were involved to do the activities. Parents, the picture and evidence of their participation in the quiz. After that, at the same month, Moet also conducted by activity with Form 6 student poetry recitation. And as for English club teachers, they did 2 activities, poetry recitation and true false poll quiz. Okay, our school sent 2 representatives to join the product review competition state level, which was organized by PPD Ranau. We managed to get a second consolation prize. All participants were awarded with certificates of participation. Okay. The English panel also conducted in-house selected to CAFR to all English teachers. It was done to this in the in-house focus more on SPM speaking in writing, making style of format. SIP online report was done on 10th November and we were so happy that our school managed to achieve level 3 high. There was tremendous improvement from the previous on. This was 162 level 2 to 240 level 3. Our English panel also conducted by workshop for the SPM candidates as Dewan Makan Asrama. It was conducted for 2 days long and the target students were from all classes. The speaker was the head of English panel herself, Mrs. Beverly. She has been SPM maker for 4 years now, and it is indeed an upper hand for the English panel. Okay, that's all for me. I hope our school will keep up this amazing teamwork so that we could maintain the level of immersiveness that we have achieved for so far. Thank you.
How delightful. Thank you, Mr. Haji Saini, for the greeting sharing. Last but not least, kindly pay regards and all eyes to the HIP best practices sharing by Madam Junai Nawal, Principal of SMK AGASEH.
Ready. Thank you to the chairperson. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to Mr. Samsir bin Nuruddin, Deputy Lahad Datu Education Officer, Learning Sector, Madam Cindy Pei, SISC Plus of Language Unit Learning Sector, SIP Plus, SISC Plus, school heads, fellow lecturers and teachers. Allowed me to wear face mask because sitting next to me is my HIP coordinator, teacher Nurul Syafika. So let's begin our sharing for now. Thank you. As for today, I will be sharing HIP activities that our school had done throughout the year of 2021. For your information, for last year, most of our activities were conducted virtually as we were still in MCO mode. First, we have HIP with other panels. Here are the schedules for HIP activities with other panels for morning session and afternoon session. As you see, Teachers from other panels conducted lesson in class, and most of them assigned students to make videos based on the topic given. These are the screenshot of activities done by the student for every subject. So the first screenshot is geography and history. The following is biology, chemistry, and physics. This is for science subject. This is for mathematics and additional maths. The following is from accounting, business studies, and economy. And this one is from information, communication, technology, and basic of computer science. And this one is from art education and moral education. And this one is from Islamic studies, Al-Quran and As-Sunnah studies, and Islamic Sharia education. And last but not least, from the panel of physical education. And this is the compilation of videos by students.
B is receiving electrons, so it can of electrons, so you call it.
State can form a government structure which never did before for us,
which are assets, liabilities, shareholders' equity, revenue rate. Food.
Of semi-solid metal, and for the inner core is made up of solid metal and statistics, pre-medical, annual leave, health and accident insurance schemes, food allowance.
First moving color has more moving shade than number one. Same mass.
We also did our HIP activities with guidance and counseling unit. There were 6 students assigned to make a video that is related to this unit. Here is one of the students, Nur Naima, with her videos about motivation.
In this situation of pandemic COVID-19, I know this is so hard, a lot of pressure, but here we are, keep on fighting to make sure our dreams come true. So proud of yourself and never ever trying to give up. Because maybe today is hard and tomorrow might be worse, but trust me, the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. The key is study while others sleeping, work while others loving, prepare while others playing, and dreams while others wishing. Trust the process.
The following is the HIP with co-curricular unit. I have one student make a video explaining how to tie a knot by Scout Association.
Assalamualaikum, hi, and salam punakab to who's watching this video. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sakila Shakika binti Abdullah from class of 3 KIAU. I'm one of the members of Scout Association at SMK AGASEH and Tunku Zone. In this video, I'll explain the uses and how to tie the knots that you can use in your daily life. The knot that I will explain is sheet band knot, or in Malay we call it as simpulan bunga getih. This knot might usable in your daily life because this knot will help you to tie 2 different ropes with different sizes. It's a simple knot. You just need 2 different ropes, one thick and one thin ropes, like I do. First step, you just need to fold one end of the thicker rope back on itself to form a band or curve that looks like a U-shape tip on its left side. Step 2, flip one end of the thinner rope through the bind from behind. Step 3, now wrap the end of the thinner rope around both arms of the bind, crossing over the short arm first, and staying below the trailing end of the thin rope. Step 4, bringing the end of the thinner rope around to the front, pass it between and the short arm. Step 5, tighten the knot by pulling both ends of the Now you are done. It's easy as ABC. Thank you for watching this video and stay until the end of the video. I hope this video will help you to know the basic note. See you soon. Bye. Salam pengatap.
Other than that, we also make a program called HIP Everywhere. This program was to establish English language in every corner for our school. As you can see in this picture, we make a banner that stated "Welcome back to school." And you also can see we put motivational words on staircase and class decoration, and also made clipboard. Other than that, we also have nature photography competition. This competition is between STEM photography of SMK Agasih. Students were to take photos of nature in Lahad Datu and state the message behind the photos. They were also to give a scientific explanation of the nature, and they must write their report in English. This is mangrove education. As you see, mangrove education that we have here was a collaboration with Malaysian Nature Society and University Putra Malaysia. It was to introduce mangrove education to students, and there were 16 of them who participated in this program from my school. And this is the last one. Our school have done an exchange program called Global Journal Online International Exchange Program. From our school, there were 15 students who participated in this program. For your information, this exchange program was with Yosu Middle School, Korea. And the time of meeting between our school and Yosu Middle School was on every second week on Tuesday. And our medium of communication is through Google Meet, and we also use Google Classroom. And then this is the schedule that we have conducted with the Korean school. And this is for sharing. As you can see, we will play one of the video showing the collaboration between our school with this Yosu Middle School, Korea.
It's my turn. Right? Hello everyone. Salam sejahtera and annyeonghaseyo. My name is Nur Atalia Danesh binti Azmir. You can call me Atalia. I live in Lahad Datu, Sabah, Malaysia. It's a town where I born and grew up. I was an eldest child and an only daughter in my family. I have 3 younger brothers. My father was a businessman and a general manager, while my mom was a housewife. Growing up, I have attached myself with plenty activities and hobbies. Art is my passion. I love creating things, painting, drawing, journaling, and poetry. During free time, I love reading books and playing music instruments such as piano. I also did martial art like karate as an extracurricular. Traveling was also my path, hence why I am a bilingual. I can speak multiple languages, including Mandarin, Spanish, and Arabic. I'm planning to resume my study in Cambridge University in London to achieve my life goal. There's a lot of reasons why I am interested in joining this program. First, I believe I can gain much more new experience from this program. I can learn about the Korean culture and their people. Besides, I can introduce our country to the outside world and attract people by the beauty of Malaysia. I'm expecting this program to be a success at the end of the day. I hope that I can make myself and the school proud for making Malaysia's name a magnificent country in the eyes of the world. Thank you, terima kasih, have a nice day, and kamsahamnida.
Did you hear how many languages she can speak? How many did she say? Many languages. I think the Mandarin, Arabic. What was the other languages? Sorry,
Spanish.
And Spanish. Wow, so impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. is next? Jihan? Hosung, sorry. Jihan Zamin. Sorry, Hosung. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Cho Sung Jung. I'm 14 years old and my birthday is January 11th. My hobbies are playing the piano and listening to music. I like to play with my friends and play games. I don't like being quiet and serious. Let's get around bad. Thank you.
Okay, very good.
I have this. Yeah, I have this. I have to put it back in the camera. Yeah, that's all sharing from my school. Very simple. I hope. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Such a novelty. Thank you for the compelling sharing, Madam Junaina. Final reminder, excuse me. Final reminder to those who haven't registered their attendance, the attendance link has been shared in the comment section of YouTube and chat function on Google Meet. All attendees and panel members in Google Meet kindly complete the assessment form. Link has been shared in the chat function. Thank you. Now that all four schools has presented their best practices, we would like to humbly invite our beloved Madam Cindy Pelifun to provide feedback as well as constructive criticism for the benefits of everyone in attendance. Madam, there's problem with your audio, Madam. Sorry for the technical problem. We will wait for a bit and we shall continue with the. Okay, it comes middle.
Okay, very sorry. There's a bit of technical problem in my laptop, so I couldn't really express my view from my place. So just like to say a very big thank you to all the four presenters. The presentation that you have given to share with us today was very amazing. I'm very impressed because these school heads have been trying their very best to share with us that they can also be part of the main factors that contribute to the success of HIP in their respective schools. And definitely everyone has seen it today. They have tried their very best to speak in English. Okay, that is not the problem of whether the English has been be able to deliver it fully or not, but the message was across. Okay, so I find that the thing that they have shared just now from the start, from the primary until the secondary, it has given us a very great ideas what we can do next in the 2022 for our HIP. First of all, I realized that schools have also conducted the HIP annual plan, in 2021. Although many of us have already mentioned just now, there's a lot of obstacles and challenges in 2021 due to the MCO. Nevertheless, I feel that the school heads and also teachers and also as well as students and community have tried their very best to make learning English as meaningful, successful, as well as it give them the kind of like purpose in learning the language. So these four fundamental factors have indeed bring up something for us to see. That is, one, I have observed there are also activities that go across curriculum. And then secondly, materials that the students are supposed to get during the MCO was being delivered, okay, through the collaborations of the community, such as the police force and parents with teachers. And this is actually a very good way to see that in times we need of help and also in difficulties, everyone chip in their contribution and show the support. Of course, for your information, SK TAMBISAN is actually very far away from town. You need to go to the school, and it takes about 3 hours drive, yeah? So you can imagine how difficult this school have to face the obstacles, yeah, of making English a success in their schools. Okay, and also I find that although there's a way we can communicate face to face, but even though we are not in face to face, it seems like it's not a problem anymore in this new in 2021, because what happened was schools have tried their ways of trying to communicate with students as well as communities and parents through Google Meet, Google Classrooms, and WhatsApp. Aside from that, yeah, I found that what the ELCC's activities have shared and created for the schools, PPD, Lahad Datu schools have tried their very best, yeah, to be involved. And I can see this from SMK DESA KENCANA. Okay, congratulations to you and thank you for being actively involved. And I can see also one thing is these schools have shown us that English can be learned across curriculum. Okay, which I found that there are many subjects that have been brought together to showcase how English can be in a meaningful way. All right, and finally, we do not also forget that although we may be far away from each other, especially like what we have seen here in SMK AGASEH, nevertheless, the students were able to communicate with the other foreign students in Korea and also Malaysian students like in Taiwan. So this shows that there is no borders. There is actually borders when it comes to learning. So I hope that there'll be more collaborations among teachers and also community in future, so that we can see that English can be enhanced to that learning is not just only on site, but it can be more than that. So that's all. Thank you very much, and I hope tomorrow's presentation will be even more things that you can gain from the other 4 schools. Okay, thank you. I'll pass the back to the MC. Thank you.
Thank you for your insightful view, Madam Cindy. Hopefully, the feedback given can promote change and inspire growth in our ways of management in HIP, specifically, and education in general. All attendee and panel members in Google Meet are once again reminded to kindly complete the assessment form which has been shared on the chat function in Google Meet. Thank you. Before we end our virtual sharing for today, we ask all the panels and honorable guests to kindly switch on your camera for photo taking session. We ask the panel and honorable guests to kindly switch on your camera for photo taking sessions. Okay. No, maybe it's your internet connection then. Madam Junaina, please switch on your camera Now, good afternoon, Mr. Sati. Have everyone switch on your camera because right now only so okay. Please bear with us. With that, our virtual sharing session has come to an end. We to thank you for your participation, cooperation, and attendance. This is Lahad Datu, your MC for today, signing off. Wishing you joy this Eid, happy belated Teachers' Days, and have a nice day. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.